Namaste, my dear students. How are you all today? Hope you all are fine as well. And I would like to welcome all the students from grade 5 in today's session. We are going to talk about the English grammar. So far, last week, we have done some text or some contents related to English grammar as well, and today too we are continuing the same contents. Beside that, we also go for some of the revision of last week's class. So before that, let me give you some of the hints that what are the activities that we are going to complete in today's session. So dear children, firstly, today we will be going for the revision of last week's class. Then after, we will be introducing one more parts of speech and grammar, that is pronoun, where we discuss on the definition, introduction of the pronoun and its different types. Then after, children, we will also go for exploring some of the activities. Like some activities we'll glance from the board and some of the activities we'll be having from the slide. So dear children, with no any delay, we will be going for the revision of last week. If you have remembered, children, last week we have completed the continuation of nouns. That was the part of singular and plural. If you are still confused with singular and plural, let me provide you the different hints regarding singular and plural. You can just listen to it only. You don't have to write because you hopefully have written the notes in last week's class as well. Singular and plural simply means the categories of noun, naming word in terms of their numbers. Singular can be categorized if we have single number, and plural can be categorized if there are two or more than two in numbers. That basically goes for the nouns only. And even there are different types or different rules to be followed when we change the singular to plural. The first rule we have gone through, that is in general or in common, which is known to each and everyone, that is finding the S, extra S in the words to make it plural if we have original words in singular. The next word or the next rules we can get there is to find out the words that end with CH, SH, X, S, Z or O. They generally consist of ES in plural form, mango, mangoes, MANGOES. So in the similar way, the third rules we have followed there is when we get the letter Y as the ending letter of the word which has been preceded by the consonant letter, then we use IES to make it plural. Beside that, we also have gone to the next rule, that is when the word ends with Y but preceded by the vowel letters, then simply we write S to make it plural. Beside that, we also have explored another one more rule, that is when the word consisting F and FE at the ending letters, then what we do there is the word can be made plural by using VES. We have to remove F and FE. Instead, we need to use VES to make it plural. But in contradiction, some of the word still gets S only if the ending letter is F. The example of that rule is CLIFF, cliff. Cliff was given there and we simply write CLIFFS. So these are the different rules we followed to make singular into plural last week. Now today, children, we will be going for exploring the information which are known to us, which are not known to us. Those all the informations we are trying to explore in today's class. So dear children, let us have a glance on the introduction of pronoun. What pronoun is? We have already said that it's one of the part of speech. After noun, every time when we go for the grammatical portion, we use pronoun. Pronoun are just the words which are used in a sentence to avoid the repetition of the same name or the nouns. Simply you can have a check in the slide as well. A pronoun is a word which is used to avoid the repetition of the same noun in a sentence. So that is the meaning of pronoun. Some of the example you can get it there as well, and beside that he, she, it, that can be declared as the pronoun for you instead of noun, along with the naming words of the person, naming words of the things, or naming word of the other different parts. So dear children, some of the examples in a sentence also we can see there. You can have a check there in the slide itself. If we say Amir is a student, Amir studies in grade 5. In both of the sentence, we get the repeated naming word of the boy, that is Amir. Now in the first sentence, to declare the boy's name, we can use Amir itself. Amir is a student. But in the second sentence, to avoid the use of the same name repeatedly, we can use he. So what could be the pronoun used there? He. Now the complete sentence we can write there is, or you can check there is, Amir is a student. He studies in grade 5. So these are the way how can the pronoun be imported in a sentence. Now let us go to the another part according to our main agenda of today's session, that is the different types of pronoun. In terms of the types of pronoun, firstly we go for personal pronoun. If you have to check the definition of personal pronoun, you can check it there in slide as well. A personal pronoun is used in place of a person or a thing or a place. This kind of pronoun refers to a particular person or things. He, she, it, I, we, you and they are personal pronouns which are used in place of nouns. So, beside that, they are the single word, single pronoun used to maintain or used to denote the or avoid the repetition of the noun. But sometimes if we are asked to use them in the sentences, then we can use it easily, like that of the first example in pronoun, that is he is a boy, he studies in grade 5. He is a boy, he studies in grade 5. Or Amir is a student, he studies in grade 5. That is the personal pronoun which denotes to the person or a thing, which can be specific, which can be in common too. Remember children, we have learned about the proper noun, common noun, material noun, abstract noun. They all are there. Instead of that, if we use the pronoun, then that is with the different types, where proper noun, common noun consist of the personal pronoun. Is it all right to all? Okay, now dear children, we are going to the next different type of pronoun. In the next different type of pronoun, we basically focused on demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun came from the word demonstration. Remember children, demonstrate means to point out. if I have a microphone here with me, I have attached microphone in me. So what can I say there is, this is a microphone. This is a microphone. I have pointed this. The word this is used to point because it has been attached to me or close to me. So this is a microphone. The word this is used there where we can say this is demonstrative pronoun, which indicates the term microphone. So now, dear children, you can check the slide as well for the further information of demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. The function of demonstrative pronoun is to point out to a noun where it is. Examples are these, those, that, or this. And how can we use those two different words? This and that. This and that, they are used in place if there are singular words. But these and those are used in terms of plural. And I have already said to you as well, babies, this, the word or the pronoun, this is used to point out the objects which are closer to us or to indicate the object which are nearer to us. So we can say that, dear children, this is used to indicate the nearness of the object. In the same way, if we use these means plural form. So these also can be used to indicate or to symbolize the nearness. But in terms of that and those, that is used for plural, is it? No. That is used for singular, but the objects are far away. And those are used for plural, which are also far away from us. So that is what we can call demonstrative pronoun. Now, in the same way, we have another pronoun. We will basically talk about the use of indefinite pronoun. Indefinite in a sense that they are not exactly known who or what. They can be indicated indefinitely. It's not known or it's not specific as well. Like we have talked about personal pronoun which could be specific, but in terms of indefinite, the one or the naming word which are not specific as well, instead of those all the unspecific things, we indicate indefinite pronoun. So let's have a glance at the introduction, how to use indefinite pronoun. This kind of pronouns refers to the unspecified things. Some of the examples are any, all, another, each, anyone, anything, anybody, nobody, everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, few, and many. So we are talking about unspecified things in terms if we have to use indefinite pronoun. So how do we use them in a sentence? The example with word or with a single word, or in the example also we have to talk about. So the example with indefinite pronoun is something is better than nothing. Something and nothing. What could be that something? And what is the meaning of that nothing? So they are unspecified. The next example also can be seen there. Anybody can do it easily. What can be done? What is the easiest work? Or what can be done by anybody, or what can be done by the people? Who can do it easily? So that is what vague part of it has been declared there so that we can say it's indefinite pronoun. Now, with no any delay, we'll be going for another type of pronoun. The another type of pronoun is interrogative pronoun. The word interrogative itself refers to the questions, the things which can be asked. So now let's have a look at some more introduction or some more informations about how do we use interrogative pronoun. As the title implies, the function of this kind of pronoun is to ask questions. Example of interrogative pronouns are who, what, which and whom. There could be some more examples as well. So these are the specific or some of the examples that I have been telling to you. In terms of interrogative pronoun, some of the interrogative pronoun also can be used by its another type of pronoun, which consists of the same words like that of interrogative pronoun, but that one we will talk later on after completing all different types of pronoun as well. Now, how can we use those all the interrogative pronoun are in a question? It's not the sentence, it's a question. The first example we can see there, what is this? What? W-H-A-T, what? What is one of the interrogative pronouns. The next sentence we can or next questions we can say there, whom do you like? The next one is there, which is the longest river of Nepal. So these are the way how do we use the interrogative pronoun in a questions form to ask the questions. What indicates the things, who indicates the person, and which also most of the time indicates the things and other different naming words. So now dear children, we are going to another type of the pronoun. The another type of pronoun is relative pronouns. Relative pronoun simply means the word which shows the relation. By its name we can find out it shows the relation. Like if we have to use the two different clauses in the sentences, two different parts of the sentences to be joined together by using the pronoun, that is called relative pronoun. Now let's have a look at the further information of relative pronouns. A relative pronoun links one clause or phrase to another. Some of the common relative pronouns are who, whom, that and which. Remember children, I also have announced that what, which, the one which were used as the interrogative pronoun also can be used with another different types of pronoun. So that is what relative pronoun is. It shows the relation. Do you want to listen the example along with the sentence? Okay, if you are ready as well children, you can have some more examples using them in the sentences. That is, I met a boy on the way who was my classmate before. I met a boy, that is one clause, and the next clause could be he was my classmate before. So that children, we have joined those two different clauses with the same word, it's who. Now we are going to the next type of pronoun, it's called reflexive pronoun. Reflexive simply means to reflect ourselves, to signify ourselves. Okay, now let's have a look at some more information about reflexive pronoun. What are they and what are the examples of them? A reflexive pronoun is used to refer back to the subject. Like if we have used the first naming word or the noun in the sentences to itself, if the word has to be reflected, then that is called reflexive pronoun. Some of the reflexive pronouns are yourself, myself, ourself, himself, herself, themselves and itself. By the example also, we have easily understood that self or selves, S-E-L-F, S-E-L-V-E-S, selves, they are the remaining part of the word, or suffixes also we can say, suffix used in the personal pronoun to make them reflexive pronoun. So these are the different types of pronoun as well. And in terms of using the reflexive pronoun in the sentences, let's have a look once again. I cook my food myself. I and my, they are the personal pronoun, and I gives the belongingness or possession by using the word my in the pronoun. So, myself, I cook my food myself. That self indicates the reflection, or that is what we can call a reflexive pronoun. Now, if we have to go to the things, then what could be there? Air blows itself. Air, that is one of the substance or one of the gaseous stage or atmosphere we call, and itself is used there to indicate air once again with the word self, itself. So that is called reflexive pronoun. So in the similar way, dear children, we can go for some more examples to be applied to make our understanding level higher regarding the types of pronouns or itself the introduction of pronouns. Okay, now dear children, we are going for practicing one exercises. That is what we call activity for our evaluation of today's class. So, if you can check in the slide, you can get the exercises related to finding the correct alternatives to complete the sentence. We have lots of options to given there in the slide as well. So, let us try to discuss very hurriedly. The first one is Lenin is not from Russia. He, she or they is from Brazil. So, what could be the option? Lenin is a boy. So, we can write there he. Now, the next one is there. I can't find my mobile phone. And then you have to complete one word there. Either anybody or anywhere or somewhere. So now children, you also can go for finding the correct option, it's anywhere. Now the another sentence is also given there, it's my sister lived in Dadeldhura. What would be the correct options there within what, when and who? My sister indicates the person. So, we can write there the relative clause or relative pronoun is who. So, in the similar way, dear children, we can have lots of practices in regard of the pronoun and its different types. The exercises also you can find out yourself. You can try making sentences as well with the use of different types of pronoun. You can identify the different words which can be categorized within the different types of pronoun as well. So, hope you enjoyed the class for today. Hopefully, getting the wish to meet you the next time. I would like to wish you have a nice day. Thank you.